If you want to become better at chess, you definitely need to learn endgames. In this video, I packed everything you should know about bishop's endgames. You must learn this if you want to progress at chess. This video is definitely for you. Don't skip, concentrate, and let's go deep inside to the bishop endgames together. Let's start immediately. How to win this position as white? It's not super easy, even we have a one square out to promote the queen. So in this position, we basically need to put black into the zugzwang. Let's start with bishop h4. Our idea is to transpose the bishop like this, to press out the bishop from the h2. The only one defending idea for black is to remove the king to a6, because if they will stay on the place, we will easily follow up our plan like this: bishop e7, bishop f4, bishop b8, bishop e3, bishop goes to g3. And now basically the only way for black to stop the pawn is to play bishop a7. But this diagonal is too short for this bishop, and we can just play bishop f2. The idea, after bishop takes f2, we can promote to the queen, and we are winning absolutely. That's a zugzwang position, to be honest. So after bishop h4, black can try to play king b5, bishop goes f2, king a6, trying to stop the bishop from getting to a7. But now bishop goes c5, and if black trying to stay on the place like this, we have other direction. Bishop goes e7. Now our idea is to have this. So black can return with the king, trying to stop us again. But now the big difference is that the bishop is no longer on h2. And that's why we can gain a tempo by playing bishop g5. Interesting bishop's battle, right? So you can't play bishop takes g5 because of b8 queen. So we need to play bishop h2 and bishop e3 now. And the king can't go to a6. And we are drafting to the same position we had. Bishop g3, bishop a7, here bishop b8, and after bishop e3, bishop e5, bishop a7, we already know that bishop d4 is winning, because after bishop d4 we promote to the queen. So bishops are not easy, right? We need to learn these techniques, how to create a zugzwang stories for our opponent. Let's go to the next example. The next example you need to have awareness of is about the backward pawn on the h line. In this position, which looks really winning for black, surprisingly white can make a draw by playing bishop to h6. That's a magnificent move. The idea is, after g takes h6, king h1, the bishop can't win this position. The point is that with the back pawn, if the bishop can't control the square of promotion, it's absolutely a draw. Black can't improve the position. Like I can show you, for example, here, 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 here. And if the bishop can't stay on this diagonal, he can't attack the king, and that's why all he can do is just like a stalemate. And it's no improvement for black in this position. And after bishop h6, if black will try to trick us with king h5, we will still sacrifice our bishop. Takes, takes, and king h1. It doesn't matter how many pawns black has on h-line, it's still a draw. You need to remember this defending resource in bishop's endgames, because it really can save your game. Very important. Let's go next. As here we are having a short video course, introduction, general introduction to the bishop's endgames, you need to understand that opposite bishops is the symptom of the draw in the endgame. Basically, the easiest way here to be protected is after just like a few moves, push the pawns to the our color of the bishops. Normally in the endgames, we are trying to have the pawns in opposite color to our bishop, just not to limit and restrict him. But here, that's the easiest way, because now we can see the black squared bishop can protect all the pawns, and our bishop also besides can protect all our pawns. So it's absolutely draw. No one can improve. Opposite color bishops is the big symptom of the draw. Remember this rule, and that would be helpful for you. Even with like one pawn or two pawn downs, it still could be a draw, right? You can use this hack. Okay, now I want to go for the positional ideas of bishop's endgames. Let's go here to this example. That's a classical one. Looks like white having an advantage. because our king is better than the king of our opponent. The structure is better for us. Again, we control the black squares, while those pawns are limiting the bishop on e8, and could be potentially weak. So how to win this position? Let's firstly extend our space advantage by playing h4. We have a dominative position, and we can have a time to improve on maximum. The idea after, for example, bishop d7, I want to play h5. Now if black takes on h5, then they create the weaknesses, and after bishop e8, bishop f3, I will transpose my bishop to e4 and attack the pawn on h7. Too dangerous for black, impossibly dangerous. So that's why after h5 they need to stay, and I will push my pawn till to the h6. Reserved passer, h-pawn march. By the way, I have a video on my channel about the h-pawn march. Don't forget to check it as well. So bishop d7, bishop e4, bishop e8. We are getting ready to our final improvement. a3, just to keep the pawn on the opposite color to our bishop. Bishop d7, bishop d3. And now we're doing a breakthrough, because after bishop c6 we have c4. Takes, takes. And now the a6 pawn is hanging. And after bishop b7, if strategically everything is perfect, we definitely can find the tactics to win. f5 now. That's a winning approach basically. The point of is that in case of g takes e5, we can play bishop takes e6, typical combination. F takes and the pawn breakthrough, takes h7, promoting to the queen. Again, absolutely winning situation. In the game, black resigned basically. They played e takes e5, and after bishop takes f7, f4, bishop takes g6, resigned. Because again on h takes I can play h7, absolutely winning. So what was our idea of how to win? We improved our position on maximum, we extended space advantage, and we won. Let's go to the next positional technique. The next positional technique is generally important for all kinds of endgames, for bishops as well. You need to create passing pawns in the endgames. And that's why here, in this position as white, you need to keep it active and play king e5. That's even a sacrifice of the pawn in this moment. After bishop f3, we're continuing with the bishop b7. We will take the pawn on d5, create the passer on d4, and win this game with help of our passer. After bishop e4, bishop takes d5. If black will play bishop c2, for example, we can play bishop c6, and then just improve our passer and win this game easily. So if black goes to the pawn in game, again, that's absolutely winning. For example, after f5, I can take and play king c6. The d pawn is faster than all black pawns. g5, t5, I will show you the line, pawn races, and the point is that we are coming with check and absolutely winning. You see that everything goes well here for white. They have this saving check just because positional advantage was on their side. It's again very important. So create passing pawns. And the final example of our bishop endgames course I want to show you now is here. So that's the position. I will even flip the board for you because we will see this from the black side. Sometimes we need to force the bishop endgames. It still looks like winning for black because of the extra material. But the problem is that white's position is quite solid, even it's passive, because they're protecting everything. And surprisingly, the easiest way is to sacrifice. King takes, king b3. And now even white has material advantage. It would be vanished like in few moves. I want to take the pawn and then everything will fall down like a card house. So active pieces, very important in endgames. Linked bishop and linked king between each other can do a real mess on the chessboard. After king e2, now on bishop b2, white wants to play king d3. So we need to play king c4, just white resigned. The example line could be like this, king e3 here, I will still take here, and then after king e3, I'm creating a simple zugzwang story, and after this king takes d4, it's absolutely winning pawn endgame. So the positional advice number 3 is that keep your pieces active. We started in this video from few theoretical ideas of the bishop endgames, and then we drafted to the positional conceptions. I highlighted 3 of them. And that was a nice, I believe, introduction to the bishop's endgame. Don't forget to hit subscribe, press like to this video, and learn more about endgames with me with help of my tutorials. See you on my new videos.